Your name is Larry Laisure. You've arrived in beautiful Lost Wages without luggage. The airline lost it. Without a hotel reservation, you forgot to get one. And without a clue, you've never had one. You exit the cab. The hot, dry air of Lost Wages hits you in the face like a hard slap. A feeling not wholly unfamiliar to you. After your cab ride, you may be low on funds, but you've got the looks, the lines, and the leisure suit. You're in town to find true love. And if you happen to get lucky along the way, that's okay. After all, you're nearly 40.
And still untouched by human hands. Look out, ladies! I'm finding love tonight!
This sign identifies the bar as Lefties, where people drink liberally. Somebody's offering a reward for the return of a lost Bernese mountain lion. And a local band called Rosella and the Iceman is opening for the Captain and Tennille next week. Somebody's offering Looking at the telephone pole gives you an inferiority complex. Then again, you get an inferiority complex looking at a Vienna sausage. The street continues on in both directions, but you don't see any amusing destinations within walking distance. There's a fence running along the back of Lefties. In fact, there are fences running in and out of Lefties all the time. It tastes like old domestic beer. In fact, it's the layers of old beer that keep this building standing. It's got a refreshing rainwater and evil clown smell. They smell like fresh mimeograph. Even you have your limits, but this isn't one of them. You lean over and lick the garbage can.
Hey! It tastes just like my garbage cans at home!
You can't find any territory on the building that hasn't already been marked. You can't find any territory. Won't somebody think of the sanitation workers?
You must be tired. You've been running through my mind all day.
I know, but you keep following me anyway.
Sorry if this sounds a little squirrely, baby, but I'd like to store you in my cheek pouches for a snowy day.
Really? I'd like to crack your skull like a nut and bury your brains in the park.
Alrighty then!
What's a hot babe like that doing in a miserable, smelly, broken-down joint like this?
Hey, bub! Just keep that kind of narration to yourself.
He looks like someone from your distant past, but you just can't put your finger on him.
Good thing, too.
He appears to be perverted, twisted, and sick. You instantly take a liking to him. That's Jordan Lee. He's here frequently, and they say he shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Curiously, in Florida, Arizona, and Montana, just to watch him die is a valid legal defense against homicide.
Hey, loser! Wanna go get into some serious f***ing trouble?
Hey! No.
That's a shame. I know some major going down tonight. It's gonna be awesome.
That sounds boss.
No, it doesn't. The gentleman filling his face is Tom King, a regular at Lefty's and the kind of guy you love to have with you at the movies, so you don't have to talk to him for 2 hours.
Looking at me? Can't blame you, actually. I got that handsome, roguish look. It's a curse. But hey, you know what I mean, right?
Of course I do.
Yeah, I'm sure you know lots of handsome guys in my situation.
This sleazy bar gives you the creeps. Fortunately, the creeps are all ignoring you. This international bon vivant, Francois de Quitte, is one of Lefty's big investors. And being from Europe, he's extremely cool.
Wow, you're cool.
I know, right? It's almost too cool how cool I am, n'est-ce pas?
Ooh, and you speak Klingon too.
No, I don't think so.
I resent your chiseled features, your height, and your easygoing, laid-back demeanor. Can I have your life?
No, I have too much cool to fit into that little body.
The one with the bottomless gut is Michael Hirschman. He's been coming to Lefty's for years, bending the elbow and running up a classically huge bar tab. He just paid it back, which is partly the reason Lefty's is open tonight.
Yeah? What's up?
I was just looking for women.
Well, you're looking in the wrong place. It's pretty much a sausage fest here. I mean, I'm pretty, but not that pretty, if you know what I mean.
I sure do.
No, you don't. Whoever decided that darts is the perfect game for drunks deserves a medal. This sleazy bar, fortunately, the creep. This decor has no taste. This decor.
They taste like lead.
And there's that peculiar aftertaste of infertility. It tastes like that bulletin board you used to chew on in grade school.
Yeah, but I don't do that anymore. Thanks, Lithium.
One of Lefty's conquests? That's either a moose or the world's biggest mutant jackalope.
It smells like a moose in heat. Not that I know what that smells like, of course. Seriously, I mean, how could I?
She smells a little fishy. You wonder why. This is the famous portrait, Mona Little Louder. Unfortunately, the painting isn't scratch and sniff, but you're not the first person to try. The Dart Simulation plugin was out of our price range. Allowing you to use the darts would pose an unacceptable risk to the computer-controlled characters. You pick up Lefty's, but realizing that you have no place to put it, you gently set it back right where you got it.
How's it hanging?
By the angle of the dangle and the heat of the meat. Ha ha ha!
Classy. So, Michael, you know any good pickup lines?
I don't need lines. I speak from the heart and my mouth.
You are a Renaissance man. I guess people don't mess around with you.
They misjudge me. For instance, just because I know 1001 ways to inflict pain on the human body doesn't mean I like to hurt people.
I suddenly have to go.
I get that a lot.
You've really got the boyish devil-may-care thing down, Tom. I'm jealous.
Well, it can't be learned.
Not a lot of ladies around here.
I know where we can find some sheep.
I'm not there yet. You're very well hung. You wouldn't happen to be alive, would you?
Yes, Larry, a gigantic half-woman is hanging over the doorway just waiting for a guy like you to come along and sweep her off her wall. It's better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt that you're Larry. You check for a safe behind the painting, but it appears to have been glued to the wall with beer and nicotine. Nothing happens when you press there. You slip a buck into the jukebox and search for a suitably sleazy selection. You slip a buck. You inhale her scent.
I'm sorry to just blurt this out, but you smell absolutely incredible. It's as if your inner light is so serene and pure that your aura has its own sweet and almost hypnotic aroma.
I had tapioca for lunch.
You run your finger up and down her knee.
Excuse me. Did I tell you you could touch me?
You said it with your eyes.
Next time, get confirmation from my mouth first. Okay, loser.
Ooh, so there'll be a next time? We're really starting to make a connection, eh?
I wish it was long distance.
You must be tired. You've been running through my mind.
I know.
You rap loudly on the Naugahyde door.
Yeah? What's the password?
Swordfish?
Damn fool, have some originality.
You pick up lefties, but realizing that you have no place to put it, you...
I bet that horseshoe's up there for luck.
Yeah, but it ain't working. You're here.
You can't reach it to taste it, but if you could, it would undoubtedly taste like horseshoe. I did say horseshoe, right? Remember all the trouble you got into when you tried to take junk off the wall at Cracker Barrel? Let's not have that again. You are in a dimly lit hallway. The peeling wallpaper gives the roaches something to watch. Clutter fills the room, and a filthy drunk wearing filthy clothes sits on the filthy floor. leaning his filthy back against the filthy wall. It goes around in circles, just like your life. It's a beer sign, playing off the Bush Beer slogan, "Bush Beer gives you great head, swallow after swallow." It's a girly lamp like you'd find in any swingin' bachelor's rumpus room. There is a single lovely, long-stemmed red rose in a delicate bud vase standing incongruously on a keg. Thoughts of romance are awakened as the scent of the red rose reaches your nostrils. It smells like melamine. Suddenly you crave Chinese food. You deftly pluck the rose from the vase and carry it with you. It's a poster of supermodel B. Wankmeister. For her work entertaining the troops, she earned the slogan, "The Face That Erected a Million Pup Tents." It's an old sign from a loading zone. It's a poster of supermodel Sweet Cheeks Marie Bonds, a model with a thing for men in uniform. This is one of those gag rifle displays. When you clap or press the button, the gun starts wiggling like a fish and then shoots you in the chest. Some say Lefty used to have a floating poker game in this back room. It's a grouper. Its turn-ons include swimming at the beach, quiet times, and not being mounted on a plaque. This isn't one of those fish that flops and sings. It just hangs there and you can't do anything with it. A feeling not entirely unfamiliar to you. He is a poor little lamb who has lost his way, and also his bladder control. You reel back at the putrid stench of the offensive bum who can probably hear every word we're saying about him. Wanting to be humane to the drunk, you clap him firmly on the shoulder, stroke his head, pat his hand, and get up close to him.
So tell me, how are you doing?
Ah, thanks for asking, Willie. I'd be just great if only my impetigo would clear up.
Once more, you get close, but not too close to the drunk.
Have you thought about going to a doctor?
Nah, you go to a doctor and they just want to make you better. Then you get sick again and you start this cycle of destruction. No, thank you.
Can I do anything for you?
A little drink would be nice. To break up the monotony of my constant imbibing. Sometimes my old ex-captain, Roddy Kentucky, drops by and shares a fine beverage. A little drinky drink with me.
Can I do anything for you?
A little drink with little...
It's a rat with antlers. Lefty caught it up in the rafters. You give yourself a quick pat down.
Got my wallet, got my breath spray, and I'm filled with Vitamin Larry. Come and get me, ladies!
Piles of magazines sit on the floor. Piles of... These cartons of asbestos ceiling tiles were in a flood, so they're moldy and caked with dried sewage. You can't get closer to death in a box. This toilet looks disgusting on the outside, but you have to look past the surface putrefaction and try to see its inner virulence. You pee into the toilet. Great, you hit the top, the seat, the tank, everything but the bowl. My, aren't we the little sicko today? It tastes like gold plate with a chewy lead center.
Uh-oh.
You decline to actually lick the sink, but it smells like a bodily fluid frappe.
It smells like a pine cone.
It feels like one too. The bathroom is well stocked with growling lumberjack brand number 60 coarse grit toilet paper. You're already well wiped. Thank God. Score! You can't open it. It just hangs there mocking you. Of course, you're used to things just hanging there mocking you. You look closely in the mirror.
In this light, I can really see the blackheads. All right!
You give the mirror a lick. It's gooey, minty, and coppery.
I figured it out. People were flossing and popping zits here. Just call me Encyclopedia Larry. I'm just wasting my breath talking to you, aren't I?
Don't use your possessions here. This room's a disease vector. Don't use your possessions. Don't use your...
Hey, dork. You got toilet paper stuck to your shoe. Ha ha ha.
Can you please breathe with your mouth closed?
Have a seat at the bar first. What do you think this is? Some dive even cruddier than this? You take a seat on an available bar stool.
Blah, 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 blah. A lot of guys just leave her hanging in a tree somewhere.
So, what was the setup to that punchline?
Hello?
What'll it be?
I'll have a glass of your fine well whiskey.
That'll be $5, please.
You flip $5 onto the counter. You don't drink the whiskey, but instead decide to carry it with you wherever you go, precariously balanced in an open shot glass.
Blah, blah, blah. 25.
So, what was the setup to that punchline?
That hit the spot. You know, you must be my only friend in the whole world. So, I'm gonna give you my only possession, all I got in the world. Besides, what's a guy like me need with a coaster? I mean, what am I, high society?